Hi, I'm Dan from Brighton Accommodation Agency. Today I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of the new zero deposit options that some agents offer at the moment. Okay, so when you move into a house, you will be asked for a 5-week damage deposit. This is held against dilapidations for the tenancy at the end of the tenancy. However, especially in the student market, when you're leaving one house and you're moving into another one, there can be a bit of an overlap, which can make it a little bit tricky to raise these funds, especially if you're self-funding. So there's some companies out there now, they're insurance companies, and they're offering you a zero deposit. Now, the general idea is that you will pay them a fee, which we've seen from most companies is about 1 week's rent, and you pay that fee flat at the beginning of the tenancy. They will then guarantee your deposit to the agent or landlord for the duration of the tenancy. This means that you only part with 1 week's rent as opposed to the standard 6 or 5 weeks. At the end of the tenancy, you'll be going through the usual dilapidations process, which means your agent or landlord will be going through the incoming inventory and the outgoing inventory and making sure that any dilapidations that are due to you at the end of the tenancy are charged accordingly. Generally, any dilapidations that are agreed between the landlord and the tenant are taken from the cash deposit at the end of the tenancy. So if you've taken out one of these insurance schemes, it doesn't mean in any way that you are less liable for these dilapidations. All it means is that at the end of the tenancy, when the dilapidations are agreed, the insurance company will pay the landlord or the agent, but they will come after you to reclaim this money. So at the end of the tenancy, we go through the usual dilapidations process. This is where the landlord or the agent goes to the ingoing and outgoing tenancies, and any dilapidations are attributed to you. Once these deductions are agreed, if you don't pay the agent or landlord, the insurance company will pay them on your behalf, but they will reclaim them off you. So if you look at the whole process from start to finish, if you run your tenancy perfectly and you have no dilapidations, you've still paid your 1 week's rent to the insurance company to guarantee your deposit. So even though you haven't physically paid a deposit over, you're still down a week's rent. And the other way of looking at it is, if you've paid a cash deposit and you run your tenancy correctly and there are no deductions, then you're not down a single penny. So there's two options there, zero deposit or with a deposit. Which do you prefer? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Dan from Brighton Accommodation Agency. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.